In 1Staff for Dynamics 365, I'm going to do some recruiting for Barclays. So I'm going to search for Barclays in my system. I get a number of different Barclays accounts that come back, different contacts, and here's some job orders. I'm going to select this first job order for a project manager. It's very configurable. It's easy to set this up to look differently. But what I'm going to do is I want to communicate with Aaron Adams and kind of illustrate with this phone on the right-hand side how quickly we can contact Aaron Adams via a text message to determine if Aaron's actually interested in the position. So as a recruiter, I can come into this application record for Aaron Adams, and I've got my pay rates and different information. If I want to quickly view information about Aaron Adams, I can click on this resume view, and it'll bring back resume information, information about the positions that Aaron's interested in, maybe skills. So I've got information once I call up Aaron Adams to have a discussion. But first thing I want to do is there hasn't been any activity on this application. I'm going to go up into this business process flow on top of the screen, and I'm going to hit that I want to text this candidate to see if they're interested. So on this, I'm just doing one of these at a time, so that's already appeared on the phone. You can actually do multiple at one time, so you can bulk text people from this as well. So on my phone, I'm actually going to say that I'm interested. So I'm just going to click X to indicate that I'm interested. And what that's going to do is it's going to add a couple activities to this. So it's also going to message me back. So once the system sees that I'm interested, it can message me back, and if I was fully onboarded, it can even potentially assign me. So if there's an early morning shift the next morning, it could assign me to actually go to work. So I'm going to refresh this timeline, and you're going to be able to see here that there's a couple new messages. So this initial SMS went out, and then there was this new SMS message. So maybe I want to give Aaron a call now to talk about this. So I've just texted him. He's responded right back, so he's maybe available and interested. One of the new things we've added in 18.3 for 1Staff is some new functionality around kind of making it easier to make phone calls in the system. So without leaving the context of this application, I want to add a new phone call. And when I add this new phone call, I want to say that I want to call the candidate. So I just need to click on that because I might be calling the candidate, I might be calling a customer, I might be calling a reference. So who am I actually talking to? I can default in this action type in detail, and then I can just type in a note here. Save that, and that will also then show up on my timeline here. So I can see the initial SMS messages and that follow-up are all available on my timeline. So again, hopefully this helps illustrate how SMS messages can help make it easier for you to interact with your candidates. And again, with 18.3, we've added some additional functionality around the timeline control to be able to go in and more quickly add phone calls and other activities to your candidates' records.